one of the things that I do want to say is that expressing our emotions are really important, regardless of how we are feeling. Okay. And it's healthy for us to express the broad spectrum of emotions that we can experience. So that's tiredness, that's anger, that's fear, that's anxiety, that's joy, that's happiness. You know, all of those are a part of our human experience. And it's important that we are able to express them in healthy ways, but to express them regardless of how it is we are feeling. And so there are six basic emotions, which all emotions flow from. So that's happiness, that's sadness, that's fear, that's disgust, that's anger, and surprise. Okay, so these are like the six core main emotions that we experience, but from those come all the other feelings that was on that wheel that we were looking at. So I want us to go back a bit, and I want you to write in the chat, what creates emotions? You know, what are they the results of? What are the kind of situations that would make us feel a certain emotion? What makes us feel fear? What makes us feel joy? What's the cause of these things? Put it in the chat. Yeah, our expectations, absolutely. External events and your thoughts about them, absolutely. Experiences, feelings, your identity, yeah, really important. How you see yourself and how you see your ability to do something, absolutely. Relationships, yeah, your environment. Environments are really powerful for dictating behaviors. Pressure, yeah. Past experiences, absolutely. We're going to look a lot at that in terms of past experiences. So yeah, really good answers. And it's really important that we recognize that all of those things that people have written play an impact on what creates our emotions. And that's really important in terms of our well-being, to be aware of what is creating the emotions. Now, there is a thing which is called the arrow theory. And what this basically talks about is it helps us to understand how we navigate through these situations and circumstances that come up and how they impact on us. And what arrow stands for is all events plus response equals outcomes. All events plus response equals outcomes. And so it's really important that we get a hold of this model, because events are sometimes things that we can control, but there's often events that are outside of our control. So to a certain extent, we can control that, but in many ways we can't. So in some ways, we have to accept and understand that there's going to be things that happen that are outside of our control. So the only thing that we have 100% control over is our response. And that's which is what makes a big difference to our outcomes. And so in terms of when we are facing situations in our lives, situations and circumstances that challenge us, that fear us, that make us feel anxiety, how we think about and how we react and respond to that situation will determine our outcome, will determine our well-being, will determine our stress levels. Because it's not so much the things that happen to us that cause us the most damage, but it's how we respond to it.